If shit went south and you only had a little bit of time to grab 3 guns, what would you get? What's going on, guys? I hope all you are doing great. So, thought I would do kind of like a fun scenario type video. You guys, I feel like, seem to like these. I like filming them. It's fun to do something a little bit different besides all these reviews. So, basically, I thought about, and I've actually wrote this down a long time ago and just have not filmed it yet, on if with everything going on in the world, they say if shit hit the fan, SHTF, no matter if it be something with the government, just something in society, COVID outbreak, whatever the case may be, and for some reason everything went to hell, and you can only grab 3 guns. I looked down to 3, so if I was going to do 5, I'd have another video of basically if I could only keep 5 guns, what would it be? And carrying 5 guns is kind of hard. 3 is kind of 2 more reasonable, but 3 guns. What would your go-to 3 guns be? Like I said, this is not, say if something just happened right at the moment and you barely had any time, say if you have a go bag, a bug out bag, if you have like say a set case or say 2 rifles in it, have your EDC pistol, if you only had a little bit of time, what are you grabbing? So before I go through the 3 firearms that I picked for myself, and guys, you might like it, you might dislike it. If you have opinions, let me know. This is what I would do. I know there's going to be a lot of people saying, oh, I can't believe you picked that. I said, this is what I would get. This is my personal opinion. But before we go off what I'm getting, I kind of labeled it down to 3 different parts and then have some subparts. So the first one I kind of picked on is a medium to long range distance type rifle. Basically, if I had anywhere from 200 yard shot all the way out to say 500-600 yards, what am I getting? That was kind of tough because I was not going to do a long range just for my area, but there is some parts, and say I have cabins in the mountains I could go to and kind of bug out with other stuff up there. That would kind of play an effect there. How would I get there? So that was the first one, is a medium to long distance range gun. The next one I picked was what is a good pistol that you can carry. Say it's if you're concealed, and that's the only thing, is if you're carrying, say, a subcompact or something, say like a 365, a 43X Hellcat Shield, that to me was not a practical pistol to carry, just because out past 25 yards, those pistols are just not as accurate, or I'm not as accurate with that, say, into a compact or full-size type pistol. So that was the pistol we're going to go on. And then the next, this was kind of tough right here. And you'll see what I picked and why. But I did like a go-to rifle, a close range rifle or slash sub gun. And that one right there was really tough. And some of these guns in another video coming up in a couple weeks, might be next week, just depends on what order my videos are posted. This one was kind of tough because the video I'm coming out, if I could only keep 5 guns, I tried to keep everything different than say my go-to 3 SHTF firearms if something happened. I tried to keep it different, and it's, I said, shit the fan, 5 guns to keep. It's all fun, do type videos like this. But that third one, kind of go-to rifle slash sub gun, that was a little tough one. You guys might like the choice, might not. But let's jump into all of the 3 guns I picked. Before we go over the first gun I chose for SHTF to grab, we're going to go to a couple more things real quick. It won't take long. Basically, the first one, know your area. I said all these, if you have something like this and you do reviews out here, or if you have a YouTube channel, you think this is a fun video, please post a video and let me know in the comments, and I'll look at your video and I'll tell you what I think about it. I'm not here for harsh comments. We get them all the time on this page. It is what it is. Everybody has their opinions. That's why this is a social media platform. But first, for mine, is know your area. If you are more in the suburbs, whatever, I'll say if you're all the way in the mountains, or say if you're in the city, those 3 firearms might change on what you pick. And that was why this was a little hard for me, because I'm like a half-half. I'm like an hour from the city, and I'm like an hour from the mountains. I'm in the middle. I'm more in the country, but I do have the city 10 minutes down the road. So that's a little tough for me. So decide your distance, what goes on with your area, decide your distance, and basically how do you train? Say if you have all these precision rifles, you never use them, that might not be a good choice to pick. Say if you're running all compact, say SBRs or AR pistols, that's not what you want to grab. So let's dive into gun number 1. So the first gun I picked for my 3 guns for SHTF was my Shadow Systems MR920 Elite. I already have 2 videos out there on this. Right now, this is my top 3 favorite pistols I own. We are clear. This is one of my top 3, and I've shot this thing quite a bit, almost as much as, say, my 19X, which has the most rounds through it. But this has been shot quite a bit, and this is one of my concealed carry. I conceal carry 2 to 3 different guns, but fall and winter, this is what I conceal. I train with this a lot more than any other pistol right now, so this goes with training. This is what I'm picking. So, not a full-size gun, not a sub-compact gun. It's the size of a Glock 19. This is basically a Gucci'd out 19. That's a lot better. Sorry, Glock, but Shadow, this is a great firearm. So, choices on this and why. 1, concealability. I can still conceal this. I can conceal this under a regular t-shirt. Hoodie, it's easy to conceal. It's not that much different, say, as my 43X or my 365. This is pretty simple to conceal, and I carry appendix, so to me, it's a little bit better to hide and not print. So reliability on this, I've not had any issues out of this. And also, kind of goes with like the Glock 19. This takes any style Glock type mag, say Glock, Men 2, Magpul, ETS, all those other brands. This takes them and run them. Right now, I've used every mag through this, and it has done fine. So if something would have happened, this is something I can rely on and not have to worry about any malfunctions or something messing up. And it is a 9mm. 9mm is one of the most popular pistol calibers, in my opinion. And I don't want to say it's cheap, because right now, nothing is cheap. But this is just something I would grab. I see more 9mm around that people carry than I do, say, 40, 45, I don't know, 357, 6, whatever you guys carry nowadays. I just like 9. It's easy to grab, so this would be my first choice on 3 guns for shit the fan, is the Shadow Systems MR920 Elite. And this was a tough one. This is my second firearm choice, is my Radian Model 1. Yes, this is a full 16-inch rifle, and it does have some weight, especially with that can on the end. This might take a little bit to get into on why to not say choose an 11.5, a 10.3, even a 12.5, which I'm building right now, and a 13.9. I do not have, because it would have probably been a 12.5 or 13.9, but I wanted a little bit more distance. I don't have the 12.5 or 13.9 completely finished yet. So the Radian Model 1, full 16-inch gun. Yes, it has some weight, and this is not as practical for CQB, but it has range. I can be effective with this up close. I'm just running a Leupold Mark 6 on here. I do have an RMR. I'm just waiting on the mount to come in with a 45-degree mount. So CQB, I can still run it, but still going around corners, whatever I got to do, in hallways, doors, whatever. It's still a little bit tougher with a full 16-inch gun. So let's go into why I chose the Model 1 instead of the 10.3. That'll go into the last firearm we're going to talk about. But with my area, it's more CQB than anything, but there is going to be sometimes if I had to take a couple 100-yard shot, I'm effective with this up to around 500 to 600 yards. Anything more, I don't need anything more than that. But this is my designated medium to long-range type rifle. And I wanted to stay with 5.56. Plenty of 5.56. Going back to the 9mm, 5.56 is pretty easy to find. Most people have 5.56 if you're a gun owner. So I say with 5.56. And this thing is accurate. Very reliable, very accurate. No issues with this. And I can throw my Vox S on here. If I want to change that out and throw my Surefire Workup on here and then my Surefire RC2, I could do that, but this can is quieter than the RC2. Love my Surefires, but it's just quieter. Like I said, 5.56, the distance, this is plenty. I can still use this for CQB. It's not going to be an issue. Yes, it's going to be heavier, but one of the third gun, we'll see why. I was thinking of like a 308, not a 6.5 Creedmoors. That's not as practical, say a 308. And that was the next round up. That was, do I want to pick that and then say a Mark 18 for my third one? Whatever the case may be, I want to say with 5.56. This is plenty of stopping power. It's the distance. With the right ammo, I can still run my can on it and everything would be good to go. And speaking of the mountains, this would be more practical. Say if I got to the place up there at my cabin, this is where this would mostly come in handy. Say if I need to take out game, I can still, I've killed plenty of does with a 5.56. A lot of people think that's too small. You can kill does with 5.56. It's not that hard. So this, like I said, I can hunt, do whatever, self-defense. This is a do-it-all type rifle. And the last gun that I chose for what 3 guns to pick if things went south. Things just really got bad. This one was a really tough one, like I said, but I'm going to go ahead and take this off. Was the MPX. The MPX was my one that kind of hit because I have plenty of SBRs, AR pistols, and subguns. But why did I pick the MPX? Before we get on to this, the other guns, the ammo, it's a 9mm. And another thing is, this is the most rounds I have through any firearm right now. This, I'm probably pushing 14, 15, 16,000 around that area. So I have a lot of rounds through this. I had issues with it when I first got it with a certain type of ammo and not cleaning it, but this thing has not had an issue since using a certain ammo and after it has been taken care of. This is one gun that I do clean quite a bit just because of the issues in the past, but this thing is reliable after I have messed with it and finally figured out what was going on. I would trust my life with this gun. 9mm, why did I pick this over, say, a Mark 18, 11.5, stuff like that? Going back to the area that I talked about, this is more practical to me. I could have just picked 2 guns and got my Mark 18 out or 11.5 and a pistol. I could have done that, but I want to have 3 just to have that category for each. And this is good up to reach, and I'm still accurate up to about 100 to 150 yards with this. I'm not saying 200 because those are difficult shots with, say, a little sub gun, but this has been tested and proven to me, in my opinion, that I can do work and get to where I need to be with, say, the MPX. I did think about, say, like an AR-9 or something just with the whole Glock mag thing. And I do have the APC-9 and another, what the hell do I have? Scorpion coming here soon, a street box. So this still, say I have my APC-9, which you know is APC-9. My last video, the review, I love my APC-9. I actually like the APC-9 better than my MPX, but I have more rounds through this, and it goes back to training and what have you used the most, and what do you train with. I'm just more behind the firearm with this one than I am with my APC-9. That might change, and this still say it was my MR920 Elite 9mm. I'm going to find plenty of 9mm. I wanted to keep this down to 5.56 and 9, not branch out to say 308, 6.5 Creedmoor, 3-in-1 mag. I want to keep it simple. Simple rounds. As I've seen some people, they'll have a 308, 5.56, and a 9. There's nothing wrong with that. 308 is not hard to find, but I want to keep more what is more practical, what is more reasonable nowadays to find ammo on. So like I said, I have plenty of rounds through this. Also, if I want to, if I'm running, say, one of my big jackets in the winter with the sling on, I can easily sit this up under my arm, conceal it that way. This fits in my Vertex bags, does everything. So I can still keep this in my bag with a 20-round mag. The 30 does not fit in my bag right now. 20-round mag in my bag. Say my Radian carrying that, or yeah, my Radian carrying that, my MR920 concealing that. So that's why I went down to 3, and I went with the MPX, just with all the things I just told you. So guys, I appreciate you spending time out of your day to watch this video. Guys, if you like this type video, like it, let me know down in the comments. I like doing scenario type stuff. The next video I'm doing, that'll be out either next week or the next, is similar to this, but it's not a scenario type. It's just basically if I could only keep 5 guns, say if money was an issue, whatever the case may be, what would those 5 be? I kept it a little different. One of those guns in here, you can guess which one is still in that video. Like I said, I just want to do something fun for you guys, and shit went south with everything going on. I'm not talking about zombies or something like that, but just practical stuff. If something went bad in our country with be our government, an outbreak. I mean, COVID's been bad. But whatever the case may be, I just want to do something fun and something a little different than all these gun reviews. But guys, if you can, like this video, subscribe to my channel if you're not subscribed to me already, and also hit that bell notification down below to be notified when I upload videos. I'll leave a link to my Patreon account down below if you want to help support this channel just a little bit more. Patreon is very hard to use. I'm still working out how to do it and everything. And also leave my Instagram account down below, as Instagram sees more stuff and I post more frequently on there instead of once a week on YouTube. But guys, I appreciate it. And as always, y'all have a good one.